What's up, everybody? Panda here to bring you Magi the Labyrinth of Magic, episode 23. Oh, friggin' Magi, I love you and hate you at the same time. It's like, the part, like, I was loving the parts, where this fight that we got between, Dunya and Isaac, or Isaac, as, like, it's trying to say. I mean, because they call him Isaac. It's like, oh, these guys are fucking beasts, and all this freaking filler shit keeps pushing in the way, like, all this, like, messing up freaking spots. I don't want to see that, but it's like, oh, I freaking love, like, those bits. But this episode, we had, like, the conflict between, Aladdin and went against the princess of, her place is, like, really confusing to say. I think it's, like, her name's Dunya of Mugnastar or something, like, but I found out something interesting. I forgot that her kingdom was actually destroyed by Magnostad, and if people know what Magnostad is, it's something that it's a city that we've recently come into in the the manga. So I completely forgot about that, like how Magnostad was so early mentioned in the series, but it was like fighting these guys, they were like ridiculous. Like she just came out and she's like, I'm gonna show you my powers, my dark Djinn. She's like holding like this little weird sort of scepter, and like it has like a little spear bit on it. And she just stabs it in her chest, and Alibaba's going crazy because he's like, oh no, it's like Kashim again, and she starts turning into this gruesome monster like Kashim was when he stabbed her with the dark metal vessel he had. And it was crazy. Like, they just spent a lot on the animation. They knew like they were going to go out with a bang, so they just spent out like freaking so much on it. And Aladdin was fighting Dunya, and then Alibaba was trying to go against like Isaac or Isaac. I'm gonna just go for Isaac, but like, it turns out, like, Alibaba cannot really go against this guy because of how superior his sword skills are. Like, and how, like, well his, Alibaba's not used to using the giant greatsword, like, with his, the style he got taught. And this is where the little filler bits got introduced. Like, they combined Jadal's speech saying, we're gonna go with war. We're gonna go into war. Like, the Co-Empire is gonna fight Sinjida. Well, part of the Co-Empire, mainly the organization part. And they're saying you should probably just join us. And as he mentioned, like, I liked how we actually got shown these characters only came in about all the princes and princesses that have currently got the Djinn weapons, and they were asking us, like, they had to have an emergency war meeting and saying, none of this shit happened. Like, let's just get this out there. None of that happened. But they're saying, we're gonna have. I liked how Sinbad was just going, we're just gonna go full out, screw that barrier. We're just gonna invade. We're just gonna attack. We're gonna have either Yumihara take her. And I did like when we went back to the fight, Alibaba managed to control his weapon and actually made it into the controlled Amon sword, which is like his normal sort of dagger. And even as well, Dunya and Isaac had to take it to the next guy. It's like freaking Alibaba cut up Isaac. He was just freaking like, Isaac, keeps messing his name up, keeps like cutting that up. And then Aladdin was just massively firing all these like Magoi blasts at Dunya, and it finally came out. Like, she did it. I was like, I'm glad they showed it. It was like, I was excited when I saw a picture of this, and it was her full Djinn equip. I love her freaking full Djinn. It's like this is the point where I'm saying to people, like, you should like read the manga now. This is the best part to read the manga now. Like, so start getting into it now, because the rest of it is going to be mainly just filler, and it's going to matter. I mean, with these guys that are invading as well, who are going to attack Sindria, they are canon, but they do not attack Sindria. They actually are just reinforcements to help with the Zagan, with the Zagan dungeon. But they, hopefully they're still going to get their fights in there. But I mean, Hakuryu wasn't even really in this fight at all, but you know, even as well when Izik as well did his metal vessel where he can basically control like the gravitation that makes him like go really fast. I know the episode it just ended up on a great note. I freaking love. I can't wait to see the full Dejina Quib. And when Dunya did the extreme magic, that was just that's the saying. I would really recommend getting into the manga now. I think this part is in the 80s, I believe. If not, I'm pretty sure it was 80s or 100s that this part, this portion is at the Zagan arc. Because like you'll really enjoy it. I'm just saying that, like, and you'll probably prefer how it goes down in the manga than it does in the anime. But let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this episode. Were you excited about seeing the full Dark Dejina Quip? Like, how do you think the anime? Well, I've been heard about what the anime ending's gonna be like, but what do you think is like gonna be the ending? Like, but thank you very much for watching. Remember, Strat Layer Panda, sign out, and I'll see you next time, people.